Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Omniscient Reader chapters 25, 26, 27, and 28. Got a bit of stuff to talk about here in the intro before we get started reading. If I'm a little bit more quiet than usual, or if anything's wrong, it's because it's been a while and I had to redo some OBS settings, but also because I'm going to be recording at night for at least right now while everything's going on. Again, if you want to know more, go to the community tab. I've talked about it there to keep everybody updated. But yeah, going to be back to Omniscient Reader. I'd love to do at least a video or two a week maybe, but again, we'll have to see how crazy things go. So yeah, since I'm going to be doing that, I'm also going to be focusing more on live reactions. Again, for now, reviews will still be coming, but I'm not going to do like a review for every single reaction. So at least for like the next few Omniscient Reader videos, there might be a review here and there, but you're probably going to see more reactions. Another thing is Webtoons changed their rules and their policy when it comes to what you can show on stream or on video. And the new rules basically are that you can only show 20 chapters, or 20 chapters. You can only show 20 panels. I don't know if it's 20 panels per chapter or 20 panels per video period. I think it might just be 20 per video. So that's even more of a mess. But a bunch of other YouTubers who do Webtoon stuff have said that they're just going to put a heavy filter over things and gamble with it. But I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm going to put up like a image in the corner like this to show you what chapter we're on, and I'm going to put like video chapters like across the bottom so you can like jump to timestamps for certain chapters, or you can just check down there. But I'm not going to show it on screen anymore. You'll just have to, like with any sort of manga reaction or anything, read along in another tab or on your phone. So super sorry about that. But the reason that I'm not going to just try to throw a heavy filter over it or whatever is, I mean, A, I don't want to lose the channel, of course. But B, I want these videos to stay up. I don't want them to get taken down. I want to sort of preserve my reaction and everything. I want you to be able to come back to these videos later on. I want people, if you're watching this years down the line into the future, to be able to see these. So I don't want to gamble with it. I would rather you have a video and it's like less good than it could be because you can't see the chapter as I'm reading on screen. I'd rather you at least have a video, even if it's not the best video ever, than to try to make it and just get the channel struck or something. Or have the videos taken down, which wouldn't be nearly as bad, but that would still suck. So yeah, also the reason I'm doing 25, 26, 27, and 28 is because I've still been paying attention to what you all have said in the comments when it comes to like which chapters you're like, okay, you should do these 4, then these 3, then these 5, then these 3. I've been listening to what everybody's been saying in the comments, so again, if you have suggestions for the future chapters of how I should split them up, I am very much open to those suggestions because that's kind of just what I've been listening to when it comes to this. And I think that's about everything. Sorry it was a bit of a long intro going in on like 4 minutes here, but I did want to talk about all of that stuff before I continued on into the story. But yeah, I'm super excited to get back to Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, and I'm so sorry that you had to wait so long for another video. Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, I'm excited. Let's just start reading chapter 25 and see what we end up with. We're starting out here. We're seeing the outside of Junghyeok Station. Okay. Hey, are you sure you won't come with us? We have sort of the main squad. We'll go our separate ways. We also have some coins left, and the randoms. After last night's incident, most of the survivors left Junghyeok Station. There are about 5 people left, excluding our group. I'm sure they'll get by since they were strong enough to survive last night. Alright, should we get going then? She didn't ask if she could come with us. It's a given. Hui Won Jung. It would be Jung. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing names correctly. The Judge of Evil became our new ally. And Myungo Han disappeared without a trace. I know because it's a story, he'll show back up later in the future and probably be in some, like, comedic position of power or something. But, like, suspension of disbelief aside, it'd be like, oh, he would totally just get himself killed, wouldn't he? It's time we left Gumho Station behind for our next destination. Let's go. Alright, so we've swapped out Han, who, like, was nice, comedic relief or whatever, for the much better character, probably my favorite character, Huiwon. It's between Huiwon and the Dokkaebi. I'm forgetting the Dokkaebi's name off the top of my head. I'll probably remember it later. But now, actually, we do need to remember the names Byung, because I think it was Byung. Because we have multiple Dokkaebi now in the story. Alright. Omniscient Reader, Episode 25, Chapter 6, The Time of Judgment, Part 4. And then, you've received 1,500 coins from Huiwon Jung. What's this for? It's your share. I'd feel bad if I kept it all to myself. I already gave everyone else their share. After all, I was the one who earned the most coins last night. I wouldn't have done that if I were you. But I'm not you, Dokja. It hurts. The constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is delighted by your camaraderie. I love one of the, like, funniest things in this entire series to me is just going along, reading the story, and seeing the random interjections of the constellations and their super chats and all of their opinions and stuff. The constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon smiles wickedly. I also love how we have the same few that are just the, like, regulars for this stream, because I'm not the one who got the most coins, he thinks. Stop smiling, Abyssal Black Flame Dragon. Byung gave me my share of the coins he was gifted this morning. A lot of the coins were gifted because of the battle that took place. Give it here, damn Dokkaebi. Did you think I'd forget? I was hoping you'd forget. I love Byung. Coins in position, 23,050. Thanks to the earnings, I could increase my stats. Alright, and he's brought his stamina to 15. The durability of your body begins to increase. And again, because of some of the things that he didn't take damage from before, I think when you level up your stamina, that's like, it's not just in combat, but I think in general you get more superhuman, it seems. And he made it to strength level 15, muscles are overflowing with power, brought his agility up to 11, feel more agile, and brought his mana up to 10. You feel your soul filling with mystical power. I've spent 4,400 coins in total, including some to increase my mana, so I can keep using the White Star weapon aura. It sure is much easier to spend than earn. I can increase my earnings by increasing the level of Byung's channel and drawing in more constellations. Our next destination will be the perfect stage for that. And then all of their menus pop open. The second main scenario is activated. Main scenario number 2, the encounter. Category main, difficulty E. Clear conditions are to get through the tunnel and meet with the survivor of the first shelter zone. Time limit none, reward 500 coins, and penalty for failure is again a mystery. A shelter zone, where could it be referring to? The next stage is... The next main shelter zone is Chungmoro, okay? And it's by Junghyeok University. Okay, and they have to pass through Yaksu to get there. I'm trying to remember all of these names. Chungmoro Station. Alright. Why are there so many monsters underground? I thought it'd be a breeze since Chungmuro is only 3 stations away. And we see everyone except Dokja looking pretty tired. The tunnel was infested with ground rats as expected. We've been fighting them off the entire way, so everyone must be tired. Junghyeok University, he sees on the sign. Let's rest here for a moment. Looks like the people who were here left in a hurry. They might have left something useful behind. Or left behind something useful. Dokja, how about we rest when we get there, seeing as how we only have one more station to go? Suggests. Oh gosh, what's his name? Why am I blanking on names? It must be because it's been a bit. It's Hyung Hyunsung? Hyunsung, yeah. I was like, why am I blinking on names here? We don't know if we'll be able to rest when we get there. Yaksu, the station we just departed, was full of ground rats and dead people. Looking at their wounds, it was obvious they didn't die fighting against ground rats. It's most likely Yu Junghyeok's doing. Okay. So he's just slaughtering people on his way through. We now know very well that monsters aren't the only things we need to watch out for in this world. I'll go search the area to see if there's anything we can use. Thank you. It sure is handy to have someone from the army at a time like this. Then, shall we? Says Sangha to Huibon. What? Do you want to come too? No, you two go ahead. Yes, I am slow-witted. If we're having personal time, I'd also like to go to the bathroom. Me too. Alright, and they all go their separate ways then. Huh? Where's Dokja? Well, he said that he's going to take a look outside. Alright, and we have Junghyeok University, the National Theater of Korea, North Seoul Tower, and Namsan Park. What? He didn't forget that the air outside is poisonous, did he? Okay. It wasn't just because the others were tired. You're currently exposed to the poisonous fog. He's holding his breath. That I suggested that we stop and rest at Junghyeok University. From the reading I've done, it should be straight ahead from exit 6 of Junghyeok University Station. He's rushing forward. Found it. We see a statue. Alright. It's the statue of the great monk Samyong. Alright. Why did Dokja venture outside? We have an explanation. A statue of the great monk Samyong and his Dharma name, Yujong. Alright. Interesting. And we have, I was going to say kanji, but it's likely Chinese characters there. Well, a constellation wearing a robe is looking forward to the next action you'll take. He said he was going on a pilgrimage. What? A pilgrimage? And he bows. A constellation wearing a robe is delighted by your action. He's sucking up to the, I guess, would it be Buddhism? To the Buddhist, constellations? You've been gifted 100 coins. Doing it all for the super chat money. Huh? We have confused Byung. What does he think he's... And then he attacks the statue? Alright. Hey, what? Don't tell me you're... So, is he going to get, like, the sort of evil, like, satanic ones? Like, yeah, you destroyed a religious statue. Now you also get our super chat? What? Don't tell me you're... And he just, like, gets both of them. Dr. Kim, you maniac. A constellation wearing a robe is stunned by what you just did. Are you crazy? Do you know what you just did? Or is he just being controversial to get more constellations to tune into the stream? Are you ignoring me? Oh, I love the cute little pixel art. Alright, and you made it back to safety. This isn't something that can just be brushed off. You've destroyed an idol of a constellation. Do you want to see my channel ruined? Pipe down, will you? All idols are sealed with the power of their respective constellations. Once their seal is broken, you can obtain skills or items that belong to the corresponding constellation. Ah, I need the Great Monk's skill in order to enter Chungmuro. I was lucky I found a portable charger. If you meet Buddha on the road, kill him. This looks reckless. I used a shortcut that was introduced in TWSA, because it takes too long to break the seal by normal means. What are you going to do if that bald leader of the peasants' army speaks ill of my channel? How can you call him that when he's a national hero? You, of all people, don't have the right to protest what I call him. A constellation wearing a robe is outraged by your atrocious act. The constellation prisoner of the golden headband snickers. Dokja, how was your pilgrimage? Did you go to a cathedral or a temple? I have something to give you. So, This is a powerful relic that used to belong to a certain great man. This old rag? Okay, so we have the robe then. Robe of the great monk Samyong. Grade B, increases a sense of justice and will. So cute in the robe, though. I love it. Have you heard of a man called the great monk Samyong? Who is that? A constellation wearing a robe is shocked by what the incarnation Junghyeok said. Oh man, the great monk is just like going to hate everyone. Oh, I know. I learned about him when I studied Korean history. And we have the praying beads of the great monk Samyong. Grade B enhances the recovery of mana. He was a monk from the mid-Joseon dynasty. He defended Korea during the Japanese invasion. He won the battles of Noonpyong and Ugwandong. Her knowledge shines even during an apocalypse. A constellation wearing a robe is touched by the acknowledgement of the character Yu Sang-a. Well, these items are imbued with the great monk's power. Really? Wow, it really is. I offered a prayer at a statue out of curiosity, and these items fell from the sky. What a liar. A few constellations are impressed by your shamelessness. I love Woomon's face. Why is she making that face at him? I believe that the great monk Samyong has sent down these items to us for the future of our country, Korea. Come on, take the bait, he's thinking. Just like how he protected the country during the Japanese invasion, he may have sent us his relics to do the same now. Korea's pretty much under an invasion right now, you see. Oh, a constellation wearing a robe has been moved by what you said. Even he's falling for the bait. Seeing all that's happening around us, I guess you could be right. Maybe the great monk Samyong could even be a constellation himself, right? Great monk Samyong, sir. Happy now? A constellation wearing a robe has revealed his nickname. The constellation, bald leader of the peasants' army, forgives your transgression. The power and wealth of the constellations are directly influenced by their fame. I did act recklessly, but no constellation would pass up the chance for their name to be praised like this. The great monk Samyong was it. I'll remember that name. The constellation, bald leader of the peasants' army, happily takes it all in. You've been gifted 100 coins. We should get ready. We'll be in Chungmuro soon. He is like so easily swayed. He's like so easily swayed. Just giving them money now. Thanks to Gil Young's interspecies communication, we haven't come across any ground rats yet. Don't let your guard down just yet. We have about half a mile until we reach Chungmuro. It should be appearing soon. A new sub-scenario has arrived. Stand back, everyone. Alright? And that's where we end. That was a long chapter. At least it felt like it. Yeah, 18 minutes for one chapter, I guess, like the intro was 4 minutes. But still, even 14 minutes for one chapter on Webtoons is usually kind of a bit compared to... I feel like usually, I mean, my small breadth of experience with Tower of God and the first 24 chapters of this, and Kubera, that's pretty long. But yeah, that was a good chapter. It was hilarious. The great monk, Samyong, I think was it, very easily swayed. Extremely easily swayed. Like, they destroyed his statue to get a free item, and then just because they praise him a little bit, and it wasn't even like great praise, it was just saying like, oh yeah, maybe he's trying to protect Korea, and then he is just giving them super chats on top of that. Crazy, insane, very easily swayed. But yeah, either way, I guess I'll move on to chapter 26. Now we're starting with a new sub scenario has arrived. Stand back, everyone. Y'all get ready. Okay. Title page, episode 26, chapter 6, The Time for Judgment, part 5. Sub-scenario, Illusory Prison. Category sub, difficulty D to F. Clear conditions, escape the illusory prison within the given time limit. The time limit's 1 hour, the reward is 300 coins, and the penalty for failure is once again a mystery. Illusory prison, what could it be? Sub-scenario, illusory prison has begun. Alright. And then this wind howls. I would assume, I mean, I guess I could be wrong. Maybe they'll just get freaking genjutsu'd. I was going to assume that they were trapped in like an invisible maze or something because we couldn't see anything in the earlier panels. But yeah, this wind blowing in might just trap them in an illusion. All right, what's this? I feel sick. And then it all goes dark. Dokja? He opens his eyes. Dokja? Something doesn't feel right. Dokja, are you there? Dokja, you haven't seen anything. Okay? Okay. Wow, I see. Personal skill, the fourth wall activated. You've become immune to the effects of illusory prison due to your skill. And he breaks through. So I'm assuming that was... I mean, I can't tell if they are meant to be old or young or not. I was going to say I assume that's supposed to be his mom, but I don't know. I can't tell if they're supposed to be young, like if it could be an ex-girlfriend or something. But then again, maybe he said in like the intro, like the prologue, that he had never been with a girl, because I feel like that's kind of the thing that every protagonist of this kind of series says in the like beginning of the series. So I would assume the illusory prison is just to make you see, you know, nightmares, illusions that would haunt you that you have to break out of. Typical, normal genjutsu stuff. You've become immune to the effects of illusory prison due to your skill. And then we see illusory prison. It's a zone that triggers your trauma to drive you insane. Even Yu Junghyeok would have had a difficult time here. This is the most dangerous obstacle a regressor can face. Everyone, calm yourselves and take deep breaths. Alright, the constellation Secretive Plotters, impressed by your mental fortitude. You've been gifted 100 coins. A curious constellation is sad that they did not get to peek into your past. But Private Hyun Sung Lee did not copy, sir. You sons of bitches. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mom. Damn it, I was too late. Dokja? And then, oh, Sang-ah, it didn't work on her. I guess, is that because of her constellation's protection? I don't really remember fully what the details of the power she has from that are. Because it does protect her from him looking at her information, I believe. So if it can do that, maybe it also protects her from this. The praying beads of the great monk Samyong. Looks like their effect protected her. Okay, that's what it was. Please, cover me for a bit while I destroy this zone. She nods. Honestly, I kind of want to see what the other is like. I want to see a bit. Like, I feel like we can kind of guess what Hui Won's is about. But it could also be about another different drama. But I'd love to see more into the other two just to develop the side characters more. Yes, the reason I destroyed the Great Monk's statue to obtain this skill was so that we could clear this sub-scenario. Here I go. And then he readies himself. Personal skill, Dispel Evil, level 1 activated. The personal skill, Dispel Evil, level 1, dismantles illusory prison. Alright. Our oath. 1. We are soldiers of the Army of the Republic of Korea with a duty to faithfully serve our nation and our fellow citizens. And he's bowing deeply. Hyunsung? Mom. Gil-young. Everyone, get a hold of yourselves. And then we have this shot from behind Hui-won standing up and then rushing forward and attacking. Again, I guess still caught in the illusion. I'm going to kill you all. Her eyes turned red. This is a sign of demon slaying. This was why I gave her the robe of the great monk Samyong, but I guess it was no use. And he hits her in the back of the neck. Sang-ah, please take care of Hui-won for me. The condition of the sub-scenario has been filled. You have received 300 coins. Don't let your guard down. It's not over yet. Okay, interesting. We have these phantoms. Well, tier 8 ghost species specter. Close. Didn't get the, species name or I guess the genus ghost specter name correct either. Alright. Private Hyunsung Lee reporting for duty, sir. I did not copy. What's going on? Hyunsung, how are you feeling? Oh, how long was I out? What's going on? Is everyone alright? And we have item, Spectre Spirit Stone, a rare spirit stone that can be obtained from the remains of specters. We stumbled upon monsters that created an illusory prison. We've defeated them all, so we should be okay. What? Just you and Sang-ah? It was mostly Dokja. Their attacks were mostly psychic in nature, so it wasn't too bad. Thank you. I guess we're out of the woods now? I couldn't possibly thank you enough. It's nothing. Gil-young, are you sure you don't need to rest? And he wobbles to his feet. My head hurts. I'm sorry. Mom, I'm sorry. Maybe it was Gil-young who had the most traumatic experience. And Gil-young hugs him. Looks like we've almost made it. Again, I want to know more about the side characters. Please develop them more. I want to know. Our group isn't ready for a fight at the moment. Is it okay for us to go ahead? Who are you people? Oh, is this going to be the survivor they were supposed to meet? Maybe? Okay. Don't you know that these hunting grounds belong to us? Oh, she looks really cool. Since when was she? Oh, she's... Oh, she's the girl. Oh, sick. The sole survivor of Taipung? I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. Girls' High School. Jihye Lee. See, I don't know because, like, man, romanization of Korean words is so screwy. I'm not sure. Jihye, or if it should be Jihye. I think it's Jihye, though. Probably, but again, it's hard to know. Romanization's a mess. It's so unstandardized. Huh? Did you arrive here after defeating the specters? I knew who she was as well because she is also one of the main characters of TWSA. How? Only the master knows how to defeat them. Character profile, name Lee Jihye, or Jihye, age 17, supporting constellation, god of naval warfare. Okay, could be anyone. Like, it might be too straightforward and easy to say something Western, like Poseidon or something, when it's probably more of like an Eastern thing, given a lot of the ones we've seen so far, like this monk or Sun Wukong. So, personal attribute, Scarred Sword Demon, rare. Personal skills, Blade Proficiency level 3, Demon Slaying level 1. Oh, so that's also what the other What We Won has. Perfect Senses level 2 and Ghost Steps level 1. Stigma is Naval Warfare level 1 and Command Army level 1. Overall stats are Stamina 13, Strength 12, Agility 13, and Mana 9. General evaluation, she's become a Scarred Sword Demon after killing her closest friend. This character's supporting constellation has become fond of you and your party. Starter pack is currently being used. God of Naval Warfare. Her supporting constellation hasn't changed from the story. The constellation, bald leader of the Peasants' Army, is moved about being reunited with an old friend. So it's probably like a historical figure then, maybe. It's probably a historical figure. Jihye Lee's constellation greets the bald leader of the Peasants' Army happily. Alright. Naval Commander Jihye Lee. Taipung Girls High School, 2nd year, Class B. And we see high school in Korea is 3 years. She was the reason why Junghyeok rushed straight to Chungmuro. She's a crucial character for the naval battle that lies ahead. Follow me. I'll take you to the station. And they follow her. Okay. Main scenario number 2, the encounter. Category main, difficulty E. Clear conditions, get through the tunnel and meet with the survivor of the first shelter zone. Time limit none. Reward 500 coins. Penalty for failure mystery. It's been completed and the reward will be calculated. Okay. So it's interesting that a main scenario has to do with another survivor and it's just meeting up with another survivor. That's like a really odd. Like, why would the Dokkaebi or whoever's running this be sending them to do that? Or I guess it's not the Dokkaebi, it's whoever's writing this apocalypse that's giving them the scenarios then. Interesting. Interesting. Oh well. We still got 2 more chapters though, so I want to go ahead and jump to the next one. Let's go ahead to chapter 27. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we have for this chapter. We have another shot of the map here. Kind of same as before, but zoomed out a little bit more. Alright, and we see they're seemingly at Junghyeok between Junghyeok University and Urujiro, 3GA. Alright. And we see them looking around. You've entered Junghyeok. This place is eerie. GIR 8761 channel is live. And we have BIR 3642 channel is live. Alright, there are a lot of Dokkaebi channels since the scenario is becoming more large scale. Alright, it must be difficult for Byung. The 3rd main scenario is currently in progress. And we have actually more people who've gathered. Hey little samurai, you've brought newbies. Yeah, I figured it might just be her and you Junghyeok. I wasn't expecting more just randoms. Samurai. He would regret calling her that if he knew who Jihye's supporting constellation is. Okay, so probably like a naval commander that fought against Japan then. Have you been drinking again? What else is there to do when the world's in ruins? Did your friends come from Junghyeok University? I'm impressed. You must have earned a few coins along the way. What's your name, little miss? I know of a cheap room. Do you want it? Sorry, a room? You don't know how things work here yet, do you? Here, quit pestering the newbies and get upstairs. They gotta learn someday. We do this to make a living. And then she pulls the sword on him. If you value your life... I like the idea that she is just like this insane zealot, because she kind of gave off those vibes when first meeting them last chapter. I've done my part. You're on your own from now. I don't want to have to babysit you. That rude brat. Would it hurt to be a little polite? I'm off. Yu Junghyeok is here too, right? And then she looks surprised when hearing his name. And then, oh, who are you? It looks like Yu Junghyeok already did a number on her. I understand why, though. A constellation at the level of the god of naval warfare is a rare find. If I were in his shoes, I would have looked for her as soon as I got here, too. I'm Yu Junghyeok's companion who's returned alive. A companion? I don't believe you. He'll know who I am after you tell him, he'll know who I am if you tell him that. Where is he now? Master isn't here right now. She calls him Master. What have you done to the poor kid, Yu Junghyeok? I can't afford to lose the god of naval warfare like this. This isn't good. I have a message for him. Alright. Hey, you. Yes? Keep an eye on them for me. I'm going to see Master. Who are they? I don't know. They say they're Master's friends. You're friends of Mr. Yu Junghyeok? He blushes. Just sparkling. Very good friends. We have Dokja sparkling as well. Episode 27, Chapter 7, Landlord, Part 1. And so, that's how Mr. Yu Junghyeok became the leader of our group. And then, yawning, are you listening? Yeah, I guess. So, Yu Junghyeok appeared around 3 days ago and saved you and Jihye from a pack of monsters. This is the gist of the story, right? So he was a follower of Yu Junghyeok's just like Jihye. I'm not interested in hearing stories about that psychopath. This boy doesn't know. Well, if you put it that way, I guess it's not that complicated. That Yu Junghyeok didn't save him because he was a good man, but only because he was lucky enough to be next to Jihye at the time. How do you supply yourselves with food here? Well, it's a little embarrassing to say, but a number of people here are reliant on Jihye to provide for us. Jihye hunts monsters, and then asks Mr. Junghyeok to cook them. You don't need to take notes on that. What about drinking water? We make trades with the Landlord Coalition using food and coins. And then Dokcha reacts, the Landlord Coalition? Now this is getting interesting. Hey, the newbies from earlier. Did you come to look for a room? Excuse us, we just came to use the bathroom upstairs. What a pity. Be careful up there. The Chungmuro Landlord Coalition. I know them very well from reading TWSA. Their leader, who has all of Chungmuro under their control, must be one of the 10 evils. They keep mentioning something called a room. What are they referring to? And they're landlords. And the rooms are. Simply put, it's that. And we see Green Zone 0 of 1. What is that? And why are those people fighting? According to the scenario, those are called green zones. We call them rooms here. You'll find out about them soon enough. So does the Landlord Coalition have control over all the areas from the 3rd to the 1st basement levels? There are other groups too, but it's mostly the Landlord Coalition that has the monopoly. Didn't Yu Junghyeok do anything about this? I thought he saved you. Well, he just told us to fend for ourselves. That's typical, he thinks. Yu Junghyeok probably didn't ask these people to follow him. They must have been drawn to him because of his overwhelming power. Yu Junghyeok is straying off his original path. His current 3rd round is slightly different. I need to find out what he's doing differently this time around. Oh, why are people gathered over there? The bathroom is just past them. Pildu, please, let me back in. I promise, I won't do it ever again. Please, let me stay. Sorry, let me stay just one more night. I'll bring you coins at all costs. Now, stand back, everyone, stand back. I have a feeling that the 10 evils will be here as well, but they all look so much alike, it's hard to tell. Gilyoung, wait, and he's moving forward. Bathroom, oh, and he falls forward into the green zone. Huh? The incarnation, Lee Gil-young, is trespassed onto private property, and it starts turning red. Who's this brat? Oh no. Everyone back up, quickly. You seem to be lost. Do you know where you are right now? Isn't this the way to the bathroom? The bathroom? Yeah, it used to be. But hey, you little brat, where are your parents? Sorry? Didn't your parents ever tell you not to trespass? You seem clueless right now, so I'll teach you a valuable life lesson. And he starts summoning guns. Alright. The Stigma, Militarized Zone Level 3 of the character Pildugong has been activated. Alright, or Pildugong. Pildugong is demanding a sum of 500 coins for trespassing. All turrets in the area will initiate fire if his demand is not met. Hey, brat. Hand over your coins. So I'm assuming that part of the game... Again, the rules for this are just so, complicated in the sense that they're not actually complicated, but complicated in the sense that they're there's not a consistent, okay, this is what the rules are going to be like. There's no consistent general norm that they fall into. And it's not okay, this one test has these rules, then this one test has these rules. It's just a bunch of random things happening, honestly. So it's really hard to keep track of. But I'm assuming that they are safe zones that maybe whoever's in them can't be attacked in, perhaps. But anybody else that moves into them can be. I'm not sure how the trespassing works. Or maybe it's just those two people are fighting over the one zone. Maybe you have to fight to try to hold on to the zones in the Landlord Coalition, or just people who happen to be holding the most zones, and maybe they can do it because they have powers that are specifically good at that, like the turret thing is specifically good at holding one particular area. So maybe that's the case, but either way, let's just read ahead and see if we get an explanation, because it might be pointless to try to guess if we're just going to get one in chapter 28. Okay, let's finish things out with one last chapter. We're starting off seeing the turrets again. Sangha, look after Huibon for me. Dokja rushes forward. Oh? You must be his guardian. Then why don't you pay me 500 coins instead? 500 coins just for setting foot on his land. This is a highway robbery. This is interesting, Yu Junghyeok. So, I'm not gonna lie, I see this a lot for series where the main character has just like OP powers and stuff, like in a bunch of like isekai anime and stuff, where they're like, I need to hide how strong I am, because reasons, so people won't know how strong I am. And like, of course, like there are good reasons to a certain degree to be doing that, depending on the situation. But in a situation like this, they're trying to extort me. They're trying to extort all these people. If I have like OP abilities, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to take this. I could just kill this guy, you know? Like he's threatening a kid with his gun powers. I would just be like, I could kill this guy, and then do so. Or at least threaten to do so. Master. And okay, we're seeing him. You've let these scum run rampant. Alright. Landlord Part 2. The 10 Evils. They appear in different chapters and with different ranks depending on the round Yu Junghyeok is in. They're the main villains, or the main villains in the world of TWSA. Interesting. And Pildugong, also known as the Armament Lord of Chungmuro, is one of the 10 Evils. Alright, interesting. And also the fact that we get this panel, so we get kind of a glimpse of what some of the future designs may or may not look like. Alright. And now we have one green zone has 56 of 70 occupants. The size of his room is larger than the rest of them as expected. His entire area must be Pildugong's green zone. Why are you collecting coins from people? Isn't Chungmuro Station a public facility? It was until 8 days ago, but not anymore. Alright, I'll pay. But I'll only pay him in person. What? You're not Pildugong. Oh? And you can see his name is Kim Jinchul, or Jinchul. Age 49, Monarch of the Small Fries again. Attribute is Landlord, and his stats are Stamina 9, Strength 8, Agility 9, and Mana 7. These men are landlords who used to own most of Chungmuro, but now they're just Pildugong's henchmen, the Landlord Coalition. What? How? Where are you going? Or where are you, Mr. Gong? Damn it. Come out and collect your coins. You've trespassed onto a private property. And then the turrets move to him. Mr. Pildugong. Step right there. And he's sitting on a bench. Take another step and you're dead. Alright. I haven't seen you around here before. You've got quite the nerve. He must be... I should probably stick with my whole surname first thing. So, Gong Pildu, the Armament Lord. Why should I be nervous when I'm just here to do what needs to be done? Oh? Gong Pildu has begun to take an interest in you. A smartass, I see. Don't get too cocky. Character profile, Gong Pildu, age 48, Constellation Defense Master. He has the Landlord Rare and Landowner Rare personal attributes, and his skills are Private Property level 3, Patience level 1, Calculate Profit level 2, Leadership 2, and Sight 1, and Weapons Proficiency 1. His Stigma is Militarized Zone level 3, which we're seeing, and his stats are Stamina 9, Strength 11, Agility 10, and Mana 19. Wow. General evaluation. The leader of Chungmuro's Landlord Coalition. His skill private property, along with his Stigma Militarized Zone, are optimized for fighting against large numbers of enemies. It's highly recommended that you do not make enemies with this character. Starter packs being used and growth packages being used. He already has 2 personal attributes and his mana is level 19. This is expected of someone who would end up becoming one of the 10 evils. So, what business do you have with me? It doesn't seem like you're here just to pay me. And he's pretty sharp too. Should I make a deal or just crush him right here and now? You better not have any crazy ideas, if you know what I mean. Alright, and we see how they're surrounded by random nobodies, though, to be honest. Now, what else would a tenant want from a landlord? So, you want a room? Yes, please let me and my friends stay in your green zone. No, we don't take tenants who aren't a part of the landlord coalition. Unless you want to pay us 500 coins each daily. Greedy schmuck, he thinks. We can't afford that, but I can pay you an intel. What intel? Intel about Yu Junghyeok. Yu Junghyeok, you mean the bastard who caused a ruckus a while back? You brat, how do you know him? Bullseye. Pildu, this guy's suspicious. In the original story, Yu Junghyeok should be in an all-out war against the Landlord Coalition right now. What the hell could he be up to? And we see a phone. How do you know Yu Junghyeok? He's a companion of mine. We've been through life and death on our own. On your own? Not together? Well, the point is that he's a close friend of mine. Whether you believe me or not, you've got nothing to lose, right? Gongpildu has activated the skill Calculate Profit Level 2. I do have something to lose. You could be trying to con me for all I know. Don't underestimate me, you brat. From my experience, it's people like you that always run off without paying their rent. That sounds oddly specific, he thinks. Well, if you say so, it's your loss. I should walk away right now. Wait, he took the bait and gained the upper hand. Where do you think you're going? You still need to pay me. Damn it, it was about the money. How much was it? 100 coins? No, it's 1,000 for you and that kid. This bastard. Even a Dokubi didn't rip me off this bad. That's too expensive. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Die. And he begins to, charge up to fire. Dokja, run towards the crowd. And then we have the gun fire. And he gets protected by Hyunsung. Dokja, I don't think I can hold it much longer. Huiwon is still passed out. Someone might end up dead if we start fighting right now. And then he thinks, there's nothing to gain for us if we continue this fight. Mr. Gong, hold on. What is it now? I don't think it's a wise decision for you to be fighting us right now. And why is that? If you do, you'll die right where you're sitting. And then they both look over to something. Master, it's him. That's the man who claimed to be a friend of yours. If there's nothing here for us to gain, I should at least make them something to lose, I should at least make them lose something. A close friend of mine is making his way here. There, that's him. And then he notices Yu Junghyeok has become agitated. Hey, Junghyeok, never thought I'd be happy to see that mug of his. Level 2 of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint activated. And then we have, I love the shocked faces. They're so good. How are you? Looks like you've been doing good. How did he? Already. Level 2 of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint activated. These people don't seem to believe that you and I are friends. Can you please talk to them for me? I know Yu Junghyeok very well. He may kill people off like insects, but he always keeps his promises. A few constellations are looking forward to the incarnation Yu Junghyeok's reply. The constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is carefully watching to see if the incarnation Yu Junghyeok keeps his word. Especially now since many constellations are watching. And it'd be great if you could make them let us use the toilet. Did he just talk over him? Mr. Dokja, wasn't Mr. Junghyeok just about to... He talked over the master. And then he gets angry. Mr. Junghyeok, wait. Kill him, master. And then we get cliffhung there. Wow. I wonder why stop me at 28? Why stop me at 28? That's such a cliffhanger. But yeah, either way, that is it. I really enjoyed these 4 chapters. I'm enjoying Omniscient Reader. Like, I'm enjoying it. Maybe I just need more time to get into it, you know? Because I feel like it's not like the best thing that I've read or anything. Like, I'm enjoying it at like a solid, it's fun to read level, like solid 7, 8 out of 10, but it's not like blowing me away or anything yet, except for the art. It looks like really, really gorgeous visually. But the actual, like, I don't know, the actual story itself and the way it's written is just sort of okay to me right now. I guess 7 or 8 out of 10 is more than okay. It's like solid. But I don't know. Maybe I just need more time to have things get fleshed out and developed even more. But yeah, I love the concepts and I'm interested to see where it goes. And again, it's like skill issue. Might be a skill issue. It might just be that I'm not, again, that I haven't read enough to really know what it is that I'm reading, to know what it is that I've got myself into, you know. So it might just take a little bit more time for it to grip me even further. But again, like I said, I'm loving it so far. Again, if you have any suggestions for how to break up the future videos after this, just let me know. I'll take a look at all of them and make my own decisions. I mean, like I said, I still have a few more videos worth that people have suggested where to break things up. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought of these chapters, my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link. And I guess that's it. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. Or you can support the channel by becoming a channel member, just hitting join down below the video. I'm super sorry I haven't updated my patrons and members end card yet, so you'll have to forgive me. I will update it by the time I do my next video. But for now, thank you to at least, like, most of you are still patrons and members, of course. But sorry if I've left any of you off because you're new. But for right now, chosen regulars, Etchy0 and Evan Holly, Magical Girl FR Nono, Cheriton Student, Cells of the Storyteller, and David Langstaff, and Slayer Candidate SG. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, I will be updating this before next video, so sorry if you've been left off. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank all of you so much. And thank you for your patience and everything. It really means a lot. But I'm not going to drag on the video any longer. See you all next time.